And now, News Channel 10's 24/7 local weather first alert forecast.
Well, good Friday afternoon, everyone. Hopefully you're enjoying the cooler weather we're seeing out there today. We dropped down to 47 this morning, and as you can see here at the time of recording just before the 4 o'clock hour, we're still in the 60s out there. So that is certainly some very good news. You'll see those 60s, 70s around parts of the region at your absolute warmest. That's about as warm as we'll get throughout the day. You'll see as we go on into this evening, we'll be dropping down in the 60s, 50s further up north by 8 o'clock, and then going into tonight, you'll already start to see some 40s up in the northern parts of the area. And we're going to circle back to the overnight temperatures here in just a second. Let's talk about our winds here real quick. As you're going to see those winds dropping down into the single-digit range as you go into your Saturday morning, and then you'll see going into tomorrow, those winds do stay relatively calm. But with calm winds and the clear skies that we're seeing out there, that does open up the possibility for some very cold overnight temperatures. So much so, the National Weather Service has issued a frost advisory for our northern counties. You'll see so far, like I said, it does include just those northern counties so far, but temperatures expected to get down around 35 degrees tonight. This frost advisory does last until 9 a.m., so this is kind of your heads up to bring those plants in if you got anything delicate outside that isn't going to be a big fan of that frost. I don't expect any hard freezes around the area, but cooler temperatures to be sure. As you'll see right there, Guyman and Liberal at 35. Dalhart right now we have a little more conservative there at 38. Here in Amarillo, 38 degrees, so we might be on the verge of that number as well, while you'll see places like Clarendon and Childress there in the low 40s. But your next weather maker is that winds are going to be picking up early next week. I think the bulk of our weekend does look pretty nice, but here's the thing, our pattern is changing. Our current upper level setup, pretty quiet, pretty benign right now. Unfortunately, no rain in the forecast, but going into Monday and Tuesday of next week, we're going to see a low pressure dip down. Not close enough to bring any rain chances our way, but is close enough to sweep those winds out of the southwest. We'll see gusts 35 plus miles an hour. That could lead to some elevated fire danger, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But by Wednesday and gearing up for Halloween on Thursday, might possibly start to see a cold front come through that bring those temperatures down a little bit, might get those winds to relax a little bit as well. So that would certainly be a welcome change of pace. So let's look at your wind flow here. You're going to see those winds picking up on Monday. You'll see right there, there's those strong south-southwesterly winds, pretty dry out there. And then going into your Tuesday, maybe more of a southerly direction, less than southwesterly, but still enough that we're going to see the possibility of elevated fire danger. So of course, keep a close eye on that. Your 7-day supercast, you'll see right there, warm and windy going into the early parts of next week, but then you'll see 70s dropping down into the 60s by Thursday. Maybe some rain in the long-term forecast. We're going to have to wait and see on that. But in the meantime, you'll see right there, the 70s this weekend don't last. We're right back up in the 80s early next week, and then that cold front does eventually settle down. But that 6 to 10-day precip outlook, this is going to be next Thursday through the following Sunday, might start to see the possibility of wetter than normal conditions, rain chances possibly late next week into the weekend. That's something we'll have to watch for. Obviously, right now it's still a little bit too soon to get too excited, but the possibility does exist. You can see the Climate Prediction Center agrees on that front. So, of course, we'll be watching it here at News Channel 10. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Friday and the ensuing weekend.